Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday night, so it's time for another Facebook Live. Tonight, I'm going to show you some one of the new celebration items that you could just start ordering yesterday, or you could start getting for free with an order yesterday. So this one is just beautiful. It's let me look at what the name of it is called because I've already forgotten. Flowering Foils Specialty Designer Series paper, and there are 4 designs. And you get 3 sheets of each. So, and it's got this beautiful, you can kind of see it shimmer. So this has got some copper and some silver on it. That's the one we're going to use tonight for our card. This one is just copper. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's one-sided because it's got that foil on it, so it's one-sided. This is more copper and silver. And then this one is just silver. And you can do a lot of things. What we're going to do tonight is color the flowers with sponge daubers. But you can take a brayer, like especially something like this. That's just this nice background. You could brayer it. You could do ombre where you do a light to dark of a color. It'd be really pretty. So I'm going to have to play around with this some more. But this is the first thing I've tried with it. So I've already pre-cut my flower, so you didn't have to watch me, but I just took my snips and just cut it out. It doesn't take long. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on a piece of scratch paper here. So I've got Flirty Flamingo and my sponge dauber, which just fits right on the end of your finger. And when I'm doing this, I like to ink it up and then tap it off a little bit. Otherwise, you get just kind of like, I don't know, like circles. Like that one you can still see is a little bit. But I'm just kind of starting in the middle and just, whoops, hold on to it. Rubbing to the outside. Doesn't have to be perfect. You're just giving it some color. So now let's do this one. And you could do this with any color. I just thought that Flirty Flamingo looked real pretty with this copper foil. A little bit more over here. All right, so now you've got some flowers. And it doesn't have to, you don't want it to be even. It looks prettier if it's just got some variation to it. So that's our Flirty Flamingo. And then I've got Pear Pizzazz and a different sponge dauber. Oh, I forgot my little berries. We'll go back and get those in a minute. So this one I'm going to color these leaves here. And I'm trying to just not get, down into the pink. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just adding some color to it. All right, so now I've got leaves. Now I did miss some of these that I needed to make Flirty Flamingo. So let me get that back out. So I'm going to do these little guys, and I didn't dab them off because I wanted them to be darker. They're just little circles anyway. And then I will dab off a little bit because there's some little buds right here. I'll just add a little pink to the end of them. Okay, now we are done with our coloring. So that's all there is to it for the coloring. And you end up with this beautiful colored flower. And so then what I did is I took a piece of crumb cake. Forgot my bone folder. So you make do with what you have. A piece of crumb cake. And this is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. And then I took a piece of black and I embossed it, which may be hard to see on the black. But I embossed, this is one of my favorite embossing folders. It's an old one. We've had it around for a while, but I still love it. It's the Layering Leaves embossing folder. Now, this is the old version. If you get it now, it'll be the 3D one, and you'll use the blue plate with it. But this is an old one. But before I put this on the card, I decided I would add a little bit of metallic thread to it. Because this is already shimmery, we needed some more shimmer there. So this is the rose metallic thread. Let me get it out, you can see. And it's very thin. You won't probably even be able to see it hardly. So what I did is I just took one end of it. There seems to be a piece of tape stuck on there. Not sure where that came from. All right, get that out of the way. All right, so I took one end, and I want this towards the bottom. So I just figure out about where I want it. Wrap the end to the back. I just put the end on the back, and then I just took good old Scotch tape. And I just taped that in because we're not going to see this, so it doesn't have to be anything pretty. Whoop. And then you just take it and wrap it around. And I kind of crisscrossed it. You can do it however many times you want. You want to do it a few times because it's so thin that you need it around there a few times. And then you tape it. And I forgot my scissors. Let me grab them. All right. You just cut that end. And now you've got that real pretty rose gold or rose metallic thread there. So now since this is embossed, I'm going to use my Tombow liquid glue, which is almost out, but I think we can make it work for tonight. Hopefully we can make it work for tonight. Oh, come on. And you put that, and I put it, over to the left a little bit. And this was 2.5 by 5.5. So it covers the whole front of the card. And then for my flowers, I'm going to use dimensionals. So you just take a few dimensionals. You want to spread them out a little bit so they give it some good support. Maybe one more. That ought to be good. Take all the backs off. Come on. And now you're ready to put this on. So you can do whatever direction you want. I liked it going this way. And there you go. And then you can stamp whatever you want on the inside. Crumb cake is light enough that you could stamp directly on it, especially if you use the Memento black. So there you go. That's our card for tonight. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will try. I'm going to retreat this weekend, so I'm probably going to take some of this paper with me and play with it some more. Like take my brayers, take my blends. You could color these with blends. You could use, I don't know if you could use water and aqua painters or not. You could probably use the pigment sprinkles. I might have to try that too. So there's a variety of ways you can color this paper. So I'll have to try that. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye.